Back in 2008, an anonymous hacker dropped a simple PDF that literally declared war on the entire global banking system. But here's the catch. The biggest financial revolution in history, it didn't start in some stuffy corporate boardroom. No, it started with a guy trading 10,000 digital coins for 2 takeout pizzas.
Yeah, you heard that right. Those 2 pizzas, they're now worth over $600 million today. I mean, it just goes to show you that sometimes the ultimate threat to the establishment comes disguised as pepperoni and cheese.
But to really understand why a seemingly fake internet coin suddenly became the most dangerous asset on Earth, we actually have to look back at the economic bloodbath of 2008. The global financial system was completely imploding. For years, Wall Street had been building this massive house of cards out of toxic subprime loans, bundling them into ridiculously complex financial products. And when that housing bubble finally burst, Lehman Brothers collapsed practically overnight, sending these massive shockwaves through global markets and literally vaporizing trillions of dollars.
So, what happened next? Well, in response, the government handed over $700 billion of taxpayer money to rescue the exact same financial institutions that set the fire in the first place. Wall Street executives kept their shiny bonuses, while millions of everyday people lost everything: their homes, their jobs, their entire life savings. Trust in banks was completely gone, and faith in the government was burning faster than a hedge fund's balance sheet. The world was furious, right? The system was absolutely ripe for rebellion.
Then, on October 31st, 2008, a ghost stepped into the machine. An anonymous figure using the name Satoshi Nakamoto published a white paper that essentially dropped a bomb on the financial world. He outlined this seemingly impossible idea. Think about it. What if money didn't need banks? What if you could create a currency where no government could inflate the supply, and absolutely no middleman could skim a fee off the top? Just math, code, and a digital ledger that everyone could check, but no one could fake. Fast forward to January 3rd, 2009. Satoshi mined the very first block of this new network, which we now know as the Genesis block. And hidden right inside its code was a direct reference to the bank bailouts. It was essentially serving as a permanent digital middle finger to Wall Street. You see, Bitcoin wasn't just born from technological innovation. It was born from pure frustration. It was a literal declaration of war on the old system.
Now, for the first few months, Bitcoin was really just this nerdy experiment traded on obscure internet forums. It was, magic internet money, running entirely on math. But that illusion became a reality when one early adopter decided to see if this digital code could actually buy something in the real world. He offered 10,000 Bitcoin to anyone who would bring him 2 pizzas. Someone took the deal, and in that precise moment, the code gained actual purchasing power. The guy ate his dinner, completely unaware that he had just handed over 500,000 coins that would one day be worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Crazy, right?
But here's the big question. How do you stop people from just copying and pasting digital money? I mean, it's digital, right? Imagine a physical notebook, but instead of just one copy sitting in a locked bank vault, this exact same notebook is copied across every single computer on Earth. So if a hacker tries to tear out a page or rewrite a transaction to give themselves free money, 10,000 other computers instantly check their own notebooks. They see the fake entry, call the hacker a liar, and flat out reject the transaction. This is the blockchain. To successfully fake a transaction, you would literally need to rewrite every single copy of the ledger at the exact same time. It is an unhackable system built purely on global consensus. However, a decentralized financial system only works if you keep your own digital footprint safe. Hackers don't even need to break the blockchain if they can just intercept your unencrypted data. Like, when you connect to public Wi-Fi at a coffee shop, hackers can easily use a man-in-the-middle attack to snatch your passwords and access your digital wallets before you even finish your drink. That is exactly why you need a tool like NordVPN. Just one click creates this encrypted tunnel for all your data, completely turning it into pure gibberish for anyone trying to spy on you. You can even virtually teleport your IP address to different countries to unlock global content. All right, back to the unhackable ledger. The people actually updating this global notebook are called miners. But no, they aren't swinging pickaxes in a cave. They are running massive banks of computers in a relentless global math race. They burn enormous amounts of electricity to solve complex cryptographic puzzles and secure the network. The winner of this race gets to add the next block to the chain, and for that, they're rewarded with brand new Bitcoin. This whole process is known as proof of work. It ensures that creating new money requires actual, real-world energy and effort. But the true genius of Bitcoin isn't just the blockchain itself. It's the predictable, unbreakable supply.
Unlike our fiat dollars, where the government can just print another trillion simply because they feel like it, Bitcoin has a hard cap. There will only ever be 21 million coins, period. Furthermore, the amount of new Bitcoin rewarded to miners is automatically cut in half every 4 years. Think about that. Back in 2009, the reward was 50 Bitcoin per block. By 2012, it was 25. And by 2016, it dropped to 12.5. It's going to keep halving just like this until the year 2140, when the final slice of the pie is officially taken.
To put that into perspective, while the United States printed 40% of all its existing dollars just between the years 2020 and 2022, Bitcoin's inflation rate actually fell. In a world completely drowning in easy money, Bitcoin was engineered from the ground up to be hard money. This absolute scarcity completely flips the script on human behavior. Think about it. When your money is constantly losing value, you want to spend it before it becomes worthless. But Bitcoin rewards patience and long-term saving because the supply can never be diluted. It's really earned the nickname digital gold. Like physical gold, it's scarce, it's durable, and it's trusted. But unlike gold, it is highly portable and programmable. You could literally carry $10 million in your head using just a 12-word seed phrase, and you can verify global transactions in an instant. And that is exactly why major institutions and even entire countries have started diving in. Take El Salvador. They made Bitcoin legal tender in 2021, helping their citizens avoid massive remittance fees with instant, nearly free transfers. They even launched a volcano-powered Bitcoin city. No, seriously. Meanwhile, people in places like Argentina, Ukraine, and Nigeria are using it right now to protect their savings from hyperinflation, move money across borders, and bypass government censorship. Even the giant Wall Street firms that once called it a massive fraud are finally surrendering to the math. Take JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon. He spent years dunking on Bitcoin, literally calling it a fraud in 2017. Yet, by 2023, his own bank had launched a crypto wallet and started offering Bitcoin services. Talk about a pivot.
But here is the ultimate twist, the lingering mystery that makes this whole story so haunting. After lighting the fuse on the biggest financial revolution in modern history, Satoshi Nakamoto vanished. He just disappeared from the internet like the Batman of money, leaving behind a massive fortune. Today, it is estimated that Satoshi holds around 1 million Bitcoins. That's roughly 5% of the entire total supply. Now, if he ever came back and sold them all, yeah, it could definitely crash the market. But even if he returned with a gun and a flash drive, he could not hijack the system itself. Bitcoin's code is open source. Changing the rules requires global consensus from thousands of independent miners, developers, and node operators. Satoshi basically built a machine that outgrew its creator, leaving the code to completely rule itself.
Over the years, powerful governments have tried absolutely everything to crush it. China banned mining entirely. And you know what happened? The miners simply packed up their gear, shrugged, and moved to other countries. Critics consistently call it a speculative dead end. Yet test after test, threat after threat, the network endures. It is simple, slow, and secure on purpose. It's designed to be government-proof, inflation-proof, and time-proof. The sheer survival of this unhackable ledger is its true superpower. Bitcoin isn't just trying to be a tech company or some passing trend. It is proving that in a world built entirely on blind trust and endless credit, math is the only thing that never lies.
The invisible scaffolding of the global economy is constantly shifting, and the people who don't understand it are always the ones left holding the bag. We are mapping out the future of money and exposing the titans of power every single week in our explainers. So if you want to survive the next dumpster fire rolling downhill, stay tuned for more. Drop a comment below and tell me honestly, would you have held on to those 10,000 coins, or would you have traded them for takeout? Stay informed, stay cynical, and I'll see you in the next one.